we have here? So we're going live. So we have Instagram. Hi to all my Instagram people. How are you? And we have YouTube. No, we don't have YouTube. I tried my best to get YouTube. I wanted this first live blitz to include Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, and Periscope. But one of them didn't want to cooperate. So what do we have? We have Periscope through Twitter. We have Instagram, and we have Facebook. So this, I'm calling this a live blitz. And the next time, I promise you, I will get YouTube. But I do have YouTube Live, but I don't have enough devices. So it looks like I'm going to have to go out and purchase just one more device. But I did all of this to show you that anything is possible, and that technology is something that we all can leverage, because all of these technologies you have probably right in your house. And so later on this evening, I am going to be delivering a program using a webinar. So I'm going to be teaching all of you, and some of you have already taken the class, so kudos to you who have taken the classes now. People would say, well, Lilisa, what makes your class so special? What is so different about your class versus some of the other classes that we see out there? And you're right, there's a lot to choose from, and a lot of times you're not sure who to go with. And so, but the beauty of social media is that you can compare shopping. You can shop around, you can talk to people, you can get people's advice. But what I like to say about my programs are that what makes my programs unique from some of the others is that I'm always around. So I'm local. It doesn't matter whether you live, if you live in Istanbul or if you live in Newark, I'm always around because of the internet. It keeps us connected, and that's the beautiful thing about it. So like if you take my course, if you've taken a course from me 5 years ago, and for some reason you never got it started, you never got it up and running, you can always come back. But I'm so glad that people like, Miss Pittman, she got her book done. Kelly Willer Weaver, some of you know that. I mean, she came to one workshop and she published 4 books. My uncle, Bishop Shepherd, he wrote about 13 books in the first year. Dr. Vanessa Wilson, some of you know her, and I don't know how many books she's written, but I know she has written at least one. Then there's also one of my favorites is 1 in 8 by Brenda Dantzler. Helping her write her story about overcoming cancer was very powerful to work with her on that. And there are many, many other people that they have either attended the workshop. Some of them, I forget some of their names, but because we started doing the workshop somewhere back in around 2000, and I wrote my first book in 2004, so maybe we did start doing the workshops in, say, 2005, 2006. And the only reason that I ever did a workshop on self-publishing is because when I wrote my book, there wasn't a lot of people in my sphere that I knew that was writing books at that time. As a matter of fact, probably no one. I met one lady, that's Pastor Rebecca Simmons, because a woman named Kwanzaa King, who was attending church with me, knew that I had written my book. We were having this big conference, and she told Pastor Rebecca that she needed to attend my conference. So Pastor Rebecca called me up and told me she had a book. I said, sure, come down, bring your book. We had just written the book. But long story short is that I really didn't have a lot of people to turn to. Like today, there's all these websites and there's all these self-publishing people to help you. But when I wrote my book in 2004, I didn't have all that. So I pretty much had Audrey Bell Carney. She's the person who showed me how to self-publish my book. And she moved away and actually eventually moved down to Atlanta, Georgia. But she can confirm all of this for you. It's so funny how things work out. But so what happened was, so many people were coming to me, oh, Lilisa, how did you do it? What did you do? How did you do it? So I just said, let me show people. And I just, instead of sitting with people one-on-one and show them, I developed this workshop, and that was around 2005, 2006. So anyway, I'm excited. Welcome to the first ever live Blitz. Oh my God, Instagram has live now. Facebook has live. Uh, Periscope and Twitter has live. Google has live. Everybody has live. Everybody's got live. So there's no excuse for you not to go live. And also YouTube, and I do have YouTube live, but YouTube, you know what? I didn't set it up early enough because I wanted to be able to, bring this to you. But YouTube, you can't do from your desktop. So I don't have enough devices to. We got the tablet going, the iPad, we got the smartphone going, and so here we are with our first ever Blitz. Now, you know me, I like to be the first on doing certain things, right? Not everything, but some things. Like I love following the leader as well because I've followed the leader so many times in my life. But I absolutely love when it's like, oh my God, nobody has done this before. You got to be. My mother called me a pioneer. She said that I was a pioneer, so I have to live up to, be careful what you call your children and be careful what you think about them and say over them because a lot of times they feel they have to live up to it. And so as a child, I was always sometimes doing the first wrong thing in the family as well. But that's what happens when your parent tells you that. So I'm excited. Now I got to go out there and get some more people to share all this information with. And the other thing that I'll be talking about a little bit later, not in this feed and like in this live event, because this one was solely so that I could show people how easy it is to go live on 3 major networks. You got Instagram, you have Facebook, and we have Twitter, which uses Periscope. So, and then we'll do a workshop to show people how to go live. But I'm so happy, and again, I have to give a shout out to Sade Wayadu. She has so inspired me to get my message out there. Yeah, hello Sade, we love you. God bless you. And and I got a message. I have some message. And so I thank God for her. I mean, sometimes when we're older, we feel like we were born for certain people. But then there are also younger people that are also, they need to be born. So for all of you mothers and fathers who go on and have that baby and let that child be born, I'm going to tell you, they could serve a real powerful purpose because I had this message for a long, long time. And I never quite knew exactly what to do with it. But thanks be unto God for Sade Wayadu and all of her brand strategies. And so it's just unleashed this whole new thing that I am stepping into. But here's the thing with me, and some of you know this is sometimes to my detriment. I want to share it with others. I don't know, maybe that's the right thing to do. But I feel it's my passion. Like I was talking about this other program that I'm unleashing where it's called TC1, which stands for 3 Core and 1. And it's my 3 Core and 1 program that really shows people how to be successful in life and how to be successful not only in life, but how to be successful at life and what we mean by success. Because success looks different for you, and me. Success does not look the same on everybody, but success, everyone can have success the same. So I don't think that anyone should be left out of the success game. And I have these 3 core things that you need to do plus 1 more, and all of them added together. And I got the title from the Bible. The scripture says that a threefold cord is not easily broken. So imagine 3 plus 1 makes it even more solid, makes it more of a foundation. This is for anyone who is looking to live a life of passion and fulfillment. I've said it before. A lot of people ask me, Lilisa, you can't possibly be that happy all the time. And especially when people think they know your story, right? When people think they know what you're going through or know what you've been through, or they may even know what you're in right at that moment. And so they can't believe, there's no way you can be happy. You could be going through a bad marriage. You could have just lost your house. You could be facing some type of financial troubles or some troubles with your children. It could be facing troubles with your health. You could be in a bad relationship. You could be in a bad job. But yet, how in the world can you be in a bad situation and still not just holding your head up high to put on that face as we go out into the public, but really, how can you really be happy? So, because when you're happy, you're more creative. And when you're more creative, you're more happy. Yeah, it's a little trick to that. And so we have developed this program to teach people, and it's based on these 4 core principles that I call 3 core in 1. Because the 3 of them are good in and of themselves, don't get me wrong, but you need that one to really, really, really seal the deal. And I'm going to teach you how to seal the deal with it. And and it's not about me. It's not about, well, we're going to be like you, Lilisa. No, I don't want you to be like me. I want you to be like you. Because it wasn't until I truly, 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 truly came into being okay with me that I was able to really achieve this kind of happiness. Growing up, as long as I thought I wasn't light enough, I wasn't light-skinned, my hair wasn't long and straight enough, my teeth weren't as nice and white and straight as someone else's, my hips were not as wide as another woman's. But it's all of these, I'm not as smart as her, I can't read as well. All of these things is the rhetoric that plays in our head that keeps us from being that phenomenal, happy, passionate woman. Hey, how are you? I don't have my glasses on because I can't see all the small print. So I got to find a way to help all of these live feed people when you use your comments or leave your comments, have them pop up. But one thing I am going to ask you to do, I'm going to ask you to share this video. So write down in the bottom of your screen, whichever tool you're using. Some of you on Instagram, hello to my Instagram. I don't have as many Instagram friends, nor do I have as many Periscope friends as I have Facebook. So Facebook, I have about 3,000. I'm up to about 3,000, not quite 3,000 yet. And these are raw friends. These are not, people that I paid to come on my page and like my page. These are just people I've met over my lifetime of having Facebook and just even my life, right? But I haven't even started paying people to sign up to like my page, or I haven't even started really putting my stuff out there to even get new likes and all that stuff. But these are just people that I've met from events, right? Because I go to a lot of events. A lot of churches, right? I meet a lot of people at church. So, but yes, if you go to the bottom, and please just share it. So not all of you will share, and that's okay. Because I don't always share everything that I watch. So that's fine. I get that. So for those of you who can share, please do. And those of you who can't, won't. But those of you who can, so like Kelly, Kim, Gretchen, Denise, Olivia, I know all the people that can share and will share. Francine, all of my, and what as Sade calls it, your tribe, right? I'm learning a lot from Sade. She's phenomenal. She's a young woman who is doing some great, wonderful things. I was at a conference with Kim Coles. You remember her. She's Sinclair from the TV show Living Single. It was awesome. I got a chance to introduce Kim Coles. Oh my God, I was like, listen, I was in the zone, y'all. It was off the chain because I used to watch that show, right? I didn't grow up watching it because I was already a grown woman when it came out, but I guess it came out like in the early 90s and I was still a young enough woman. And so I idolized those women in that show. And so, oh my God, it was surreal to have watched the show, and sometimes you know the things we say when we watch TV shows, and then to meet the person in person. But thanks to Sade Adu and her mom Polly Adu, I have to give it up for them, and I have to give it up for my pastor, because if it wasn't for Franklin St. John's, I wouldn't have never met these wonderful people. And then I have to give it up to my husband. If it wasn't for my husband going to Franklin St. John's, I never would have gone to that church. So it's just a long list of people that I have to thank. And if it wasn't for my mother, I never would have moved to New Jersey. And if it wasn't for my sister Holly, I never would have moved here because I wouldn't know anybody. So it's a long list of people. But I got to introduce Kim Coles, and oh my gosh, she is hilariously funny. She is amazing, wonderful, dynamic. Also, I got to meet Cheryl Woods. Oh my gosh, Cheryl Wood is the bomb. And of course, we know Sade is thebomb.com. I mean, Sade, I'm telling you, I want all my nieces and nephews, I want every young person to meet her, to work with her. She's amazing. I got to meet Oh, a young lady from Cleveland. I can't wait to go to Cleveland and see her. I don't remember all the names. Please, please forgive me. Charge it to my head, not my heart. And I got to meet photographers. I got to meet panelists. I got to meet so many people. And Desiree Lee. Now, remember before the conference, I did this little thing. I said, they're going to have Kim Coles, Cheryl Wood, Desiree Lee, and I'm the MC. And so I got a chance to do it. I got a chance to live it. It was exciting. It was amazing. And I got a chance to do something I have been wanting to do for years and years and years. And that is to walk out on a speaking stage with Ain't No Stopping Us Now playing. Oh my God. They had the music. It was playing. I walked out. So I'm going to have to do a whole show just on what happened at the BCon because I had to leave because I was away pretty much the whole weekend from my husband. Plus, I was going away the whole next week and I was going to be out of town. So I needed to at least spend some time with my husband that weekend. That was Father's Day weekend. So I didn't get a chance to stay to the Bitter Inn on Saturday. And then even Friday night, I didn't stay overnight in the hotel. But it was amazing. It was awesome. So here's how you do a blitz, right? A live blitz. This is the first ever. So if you do one, you'll do the second one. But this is the first ever live blitz. Now, we've done social media tours before. And thanks to Sharita Stewart, she's my social media expert and marketing social media expert. And she was the one who had me do this social media tour a while back. But if you remember, we didn't have a live feed then, so I had to do each one separate. So we did one on LinkedIn, we did one on Twitter, we did one on Facebook, and I think we did YouTube. So we took a week, and I think we did Google. Yeah, I think Google was just coming out then. I think Google Hangouts, and so we did all 5 social media tour. One day I'll share that with you. We still have it in the archives, but that was at least 5 years ago, right? And we didn't have live, so each day I had to go to a different site and sign up and do it. But now we don't have to do that. I'm like, Sharita, hey Sharita, look how far we've come. Look how far we've come. Sharita, she's going to be amazed when she hears that I did this because I was talking to her about it the other night. And at that time, I didn't know that Instagram had a live feed, so I just found that out today. So we did that, and I got to get next time all 4. So you see me keep looking at the different cameras because I have my cell phone, whereas I have Instagram. I have my iPad, which is where we have, I do believe, this is Twitter and Periscope. And then we have the Facebook on the tablet. So you all can tell me which one you think is the best. And I'm just sitting here, and so I'm done. So if you have any questions now, I will put on my glasses just so that I can see if you have any burning questions. Hey, hey, Pastor Spalding, I love you. God bless you. Hey, Minister Williams, Peggy. Oh, Peggy, love you. Tawana Thompson. Oh, my God, Tawana, I haven't seen you in such a long, long time. Wow. So, Minister, what are you saying there? So you're checking in to see what LK, you was there to be a part. You were there. You were a part of the BCon. Was that not amazing, Minister Pat? Was that awesome? You're going back next year, right? She already has the date. I've already been booked to be the MC. I can't wait. It's going to be super duper duper exciting. Yeah. So, okay. And so you got the Blitz. You can do a social media blitz where you can use all these technologies at the same time. And again, I just did it because I like doing things, right? I like doing things that I've never done before. And I've never done a blitz before, right? And yeah, Minister Pat, God bless. Get those tickets early. And here's what I like about, the dates I think are like June 22nd or so. But here's what I like about this. Remember, one of my key learnings in life, one of my key life lessons is if you want something you never had before, you must do something you've never done before. So I don't do it just to say, okay, look, I'm doing it. But it's really my mantra. It's what I believe. I believe that if we want some breakthroughs that we never had before, we want God to be able to open doors that we never seen open before, I really believe that we have to do stuff that we've never done. So I've never done this, and it's not a really big thing, but with God, it doesn't have to be big. Remember, he said, despise not the small beginnings. So it doesn't have to be a big thing that's different. It just has to be do something different. Sometimes you just need that breakthrough. You need to break out of your shell, break out of your comfort zone, and move forward. You know, when we took 250 women into NJPAC, nobody had ever done that before, to have a Christian women's conference down at NJPAC. We did that in 2004. We had over 250 women on site, African American women for the most part. They told me nobody had ever done that, and they didn't even believe that we were going to really do it. So the woman who had, the sales rep who had negotiated the space with us, she showed up because she was like, she just knew that she had, given us all of this opportunity, and she thought there's nobody going to show up. Maybe she thought 10 or 15 women were going to show up on a Saturday morning in the summer. No, I think it was around October. No, the weather was decent. And no, it was packed. We had over 250 women, and the lady was blown away. She was amazed, and she told us she was amazed. And so sometimes people don't believe that you're going to be able to do something, but sometimes you don't believe you're going to do it. So you have to sometimes you just do it. Just get started, right? So I don't want to keep talking, because then I'll be to share some of my other stuff that I want to share later. Plus I have a program that I have to go and build. Well, I have to go build it, but I do have to go and bill. In other words, send out the bill. I picked up a new client today, and I'm telling you, this stuff is really, really, really real. I heard Creflo Dollar say years ago, when God, he can give you one idea that'll make you rich by 12 o'clock in the afternoon. And I've also heard him say, and others have said, you don't need a good idea, you need a God idea. And to me, what makes it a God idea is that I stay in connection with God. So even though I can go social media, I can go live, I can do speaking, I can travel, but one thing I won't do is I won't forget God. I will not leave him out, because he didn't leave me out. So when I was homeless, he came and he helped me, and he sent people to help me. But here's where I'm committed and I am passionate about helping women. I know my purpose. I know what I'm here to do. And I know that you have a purpose too. Your purpose may be similar. Maybe you have a purpose also to help women. That's fine. There's like 7 billion people in the world. There's enough women for everybody to help. I promise you I won't try to help everybody, because I don't want to be burned out. So I'm not going to try to help everybody, right? I don't want to help everybody. I only want to help the people that God sent, that God made me to help. That's the only people I want to help. I don't want to help everybody. I only want to help the people that God wants me to help, because I want to fulfill my purpose for real. I don't want to just do something just to be doing it. So I'm very selective about who I work with. And I'm selective about the amount of people, right? So I try to keep my network small. But that's not to say everybody has to do that. Everybody is different. For some people, they may be able to help 10,000 people. I don't know. Everybody's different. And so my job is to help you be comfortable in your own skin, be true to your own skin, be totally authentic in who you are. Don't look at other people. Don't worry about what they're doing. Don't worry about what people say, all right? You got to do what you have to do, so that you can fulfill your purpose, so that you can live whole, so that you can live a passionate life, because I will guarantee you there is nothing like it. There is nothing like living a passionate life. You will be extremely happy. You will be abundantly blessed. You will wake up full of joy each and every day. And I'm not just saying that. I'm not. Trust me, I could say other things. I don't have to. Why would I come on here and lie to you? I'm telling you. You've seen people do it. It's possible. It is possible for you. And here's one of my favorite quotes that I want people to say when they meet me, when I go anywhere to speak. This is the only reason, and some of you know this. This is the only reason that I speak, is because, and share my story, right? There's all kind of reasons to share stories, but I have one reason and one reason alone. I want someone to say, if she can do it, so can I. That's all I want to hear. At the end of the day, I just want people to hear that. If she can do it, that's why when I wrote my book, after being a high school dropout, flunking out of school, didn't even like to read, all I wanted someone to say, if she can write a book, so can I. And many of you know you're way smarter, you're way brighter, you can spell better, you can write better. I've met people that were bona fide, seriously talented writers, but had never written a book. And then when I showed up on the scene and it was like, oh, wow, you wrote a book. And they got to writing. And guess what? They wrote their book. Sometimes some of them wrote more than one book. One lady went and started a whole publishing company. So I know what's possible for you. And I know it's my job to make sure that I bring out the absolute best because I know it's in you. See, people say, well, Lilisa, who are you? What kind of coach are you? What is your message about? Let me tell you something. Not everybody, two things. Not everybody knows you have the best in you. That's number one. Don't take it for granted. Don't think everybody knows that because everybody doesn't, okay? Number two, not everybody wants to bring it out of you, even if they know it's there. That's what makes Coach Lilisa Coach Lilisa. Those of you who know me, you know that, right? You've been in my presence, you've been around me, you absolutely know that's true. That's what makes me who I am. That's my brand. First of all, not everybody knows that you have something powerful in you. I didn't write the book, Release Your Power, on a whim. That was a God-given idea. He's the one who knows the power you have in you. He's the one who allowed me to write the book. Number two, people, even if they know you have it in you, it doesn't mean they want to bring it out. And then I'll give you one more, just so we can really seal the deal. Even if they know it's there, even if they want to pull it out, they don't know how. Okay, so, let's just keep it real. And so that's why we do the conferences. That's why we go live. We do the webinars because we want to do that. So I got to go. I know you got to go. I want you to go get busy. I want you to get busy writing that book, making the webinar, going live with your message that you know is going to heal somebody, save somebody, set someone free, encourage somebody, comfort someone. God is doing all these things, but he's going to do them through us. If you're a preacher, then write your book about preaching. When I first started preaching, I didn't know what to do. I didn't have a clue. But had you written a book, I could have picked up your book and I would have been good to go. But no, I had to struggle for years and years and years on how to preach and whatever. I knew I was called. I knew I was called to preach. But there are some other things that come with doing stuff over time. And I knew I would be able to do okay. But there are some things that come with time, right? Now, I'm glad I never had children because, oh my God, only knows what would have happened to those kids. But there are a lot of you mothers out there you got all the answers, but you won't write a book, okay? I'm just saying, I'm not telling you to, I'm just saying. There are people in marriages. There are people who know what to do with money. There are people who know what to do if you have a child that's disabled or a child that has, different disabilities or challenges. There's people that know what to do if you have someone in your family that has mental illness. There's all kinds of stuff that you all know. You are sitting on someone else's success. And I don't know how that feels to you, but I know when I did it, it felt horrible. It felt horrible. I had to write the book. I didn't have a choice because it felt horrible to know those strategies and not put it in a book. It felt horrible every single day. And I wasn't fulfilled until I got it out. So anyway, enough about my mess. What about you? What are you going to do? What are you going to do tonight? What are you going to do to step out there and put into the world what you have? What you're supposed to do. And don't worry about anybody else because yours is unique. Don't worry about, well, somebody's already doing that. Don't worry about that. Get over it. So what? Let them do it. What's that got to do with you? God, he didn't say, oh, well, I can't give you this gift because I've already given it out to 10 other people. Give me a break. You better use the gift God gave you. The Bible says, if you don't use it, you shall lose it. And you may even get in trouble for it. All you believers know what I'm talking about. So if I was you, I would get to using. Use your gifts. Use every talent. Use them up. And remember now, when you use them, He's going to double it. So you're going to get more. So don't think you're going to use those and sit down. Ain't no vacation. Ain't no break here. Ain't no retirement. As long as you're here, you use them, He's going to give you some more. So that's why we say eat right, get the proper rest and all that, because you're going to be busy. That's why I say get rest up. You're going to be busy. Ain't no retirement here. So we got to work till He comes back. My mother used to tell me all the time, work while it's day. Night comes, no man can work. Get it done now. And there's enough tools out there that we made it easy for you. There's no excuse. So you're in the right time, in the right season. I'm here with you. I love you, and I got to go because I believe, yeah, okay, well, we did good. I don't know how many minutes it is, but 29 minutes. OMG, we got to go. We've been here way, way, way too long. So I can't wait to see. So I'm going to sign out. That's the end of Instagram. So Instagram is off and on its way. We're finishing Periscope on Twitter. Boom, that's finished. It's on its way. And we're finishing, this is Facebook I'm most familiar with. So I'll get familiar with them all. It's on its way. So this one, are you sure you want to stop? Yeah, I'm finished.